Dear Derry, welcome to Motivational Monday. Motivational Monday. What exactly is Motivational Monday? For those of you who have not seen it before, it's a day where I try to come up with something. What's the word I'm looking for? Motivational, inspirational, something to kind of, help people get motivated. Now, one of the most common words that is associated with the word motivation is, especially in America, diet. Which is where George Carlin would say, it has the word die in it for a reason. As someone who has been on a diet or 12, and could probably use one again, I basically have my own gravity well. Why some of my friends never seem to be repelled by me, or even if they are, they just can't get away. Anyway, so diets. I have seen over the course of the last few weeks a lot of commercials and advertisements and stuff for diets. I mean, pills and, here, try this, this high protein diet, this low carb diet, this blah, 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 and it continually reinforces in my brain one simple fact. Every single one of them, no matter what they are, is a gimmick. If it's, if you're taking some kind of, ephedrine, which is illegal, I think, diet pill, which is basically amping your system up on speed so you burn calories faster, or maybe you're on like the Atkins diet or whatever they're calling it now, where you're taking in so much protein that you're not storing up the carbohydrates, and your body just burns whatever fat you have to, again, a gimmick. As soon as you come off the thing, the other thing that brought it to mind was my father and my brother both underwent laparoscopic surgery. Floppy Labrador surgery to get that lap band squeezy thing, whatever the hell it is, around your stomach hole. And it's worked for them pretty well. But one of the things that my father told me is, for like a month before you undergo the surgery, you have to get on this very specific diet, because usually people who do the laparoscopic surgery are fairly heavy, and you need to lose a little bit of weight to, so it's safer for you to go under the anesthetic. And it helps program your brain for the, altering the way that you eat for once the lap band is in there. So my father got on this diet, so did my brother, and they both started losing weight like crazy. And I'm like, see, you could just do that, because clearly it's working. The reason I say that they're gimmicks is that it doesn't matter what diet you go on. It doesn't matter what pills you take. Ultimately, having your intake and your output be either in balance or your output higher than your intake is what you're going to need to do. You go on some weird freaking diet, it's going to work temporarily, but as soon as you come off of it and go back to your normal eating habits, no. And that's why most of the things that you see on TV, they say in very fine print, they say results not typical, do this in conjunction with an exercise regimen. That's what's doing it, is the exercise regimen. I mean, when I get to a point where, I'm like, I cannot stand sitting around the house anymore, and I get up and I start walking every day. Like, Sunday, usually I get up and I walk to the buffet and I walk back. And when I come back home, I feel fantastic because I got up and I got out of the house and I went walking somewhere. Point being, don't just, think that you're going to be able. Okay, sorry. I finally remembered what it was that the exact phrasing I was going to say is that All those diets are crap. There is no magic pill. That's the word I was looking for. No magic pill. Doesn't matter if it's a pill or if it's an alteration of your intake. If you don't change your output, all bets are off, because eventually you're going to drift. You're going to drift back into the old habits of intake, and if your output can't keep up with it, you're screwed. Get some big old cans of tomatoes and do arm lifts with them sitting in your damn chair, whatever. Something to increase your output. Something. If you're too heavy to get up and move, do something while you're seated. Find some exercise that you can do without having to get up and go somewhere. There are exercises out there. You can probably look them up anywhere. We have this wonderful thing called the internet, which probably has all of that data. You have no reason, other than laziness, not to do it. Unless you have a legitimate medical reason other than laziness, which is not a medical reason. So don't even think about pulling that one. I got a doctor's card that says I'm dealing with chronic laziness. No. Don't give yourself excuses to cop out. If you do, be it on your head. And that's another thing that one of the things that people tend to forget about with me is that if you're not going to help yourself, when you come calling for help and saying, oh my God, it's like, no, I tried to help you. You did not, no. Sorry, no. And I'll give people multiple chances, but ultimately I just kind of wash my hands of it and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Bye. See ya. And I'm gone. Please don't put me in that situation. Thank you. Thank you. Do something. Second thing for Motivational Monday, and where? Oh, well, no, it's not the second thing. It's further, or a different way of saying what I was saying about, there is no magic pill. Just do it. I was thinking of something Soupy Sales used to say: keep your feet on the ground, but keep reaching for the stars. And then was that Soupy Sales? That wasn't Soupy Sales. Sorry. That was Dick Clark. I get the two confused all the time. I don't know why. I have no idea why. There's no reason to. Anyway, moving on. One of the other common phrases is aim for the stars. And I remember thinking, it was earlier this week, I was thinking, just keep aiming for the stars. And I was like, when are you going to pull the trigger? Because, at some point, constantly taking aim for some, great goal, that's all well and good, but eventually you have to shoot. You have to, commit to the action and take it, because just keeping your sights on it isn't doing anything. Get your sights on it and then go. Do it. Don't just sit there and go, yeah, that's my target. Go. You've got your target. You've got it lined up. You're ready to go. Do it. Quit talking about it. Quit aiming for it and go and do it. There you go. That's your message. Your message. That was kind of Cody fingers and kind of bat hands. Bat hands! Which is different than jazz hands. Something, I think, maybe. Anyway, there. That's your message. You can aim for the stars, but don't forget to shoot. Very important. All right. So I will let you guys go, and I will see you for my Tuesday. Until next time, be careless.